When I go around the country and I meet with aggregates executives, aggregates managers, quarry managers, front loader drivers, and I say, have you ever had a write-off? Usually they laugh and they said, how many write-offs, right? Or which one, right? And everybody's got a story. Matter of fact, everybody's got 3 stories, right? About a write-off that's happened in their career, right? How does the write-off impact the quarry manager? What happens if there's a big swing?
You know, it could lead up to him losing his job. The impact to those people really isn't fair, because they're doing the best they can with what they've got to work with. Are they trying to compensate for that in other ways by, saying that production was actually this when it was that? There's things that affect those people tremendously, and a lot of them take it to heart. And they are concerned about it. They do care about it. They don't want to accept that that pile is going to have 10% floor loss. They'd like to get it closer than that and minimize the risk to the company and the finances.
So they could lose their job?
Yes.
I imagine, hopefully they're not going to lose their job if it's not that big of adjustment. So I guess maybe they get a coaching session, uncomfortable coaching session, if they have maybe a mild adjustment or a mild write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them get bonuses if they have no write-off?
That's a good question, because yes, their performance evaluation is, one of the metrics there could be reducing inventory adjustments by 5%, 10%, 20%. Okay, this is what we expect of you. Now we need to give you the tools to be able to do that. And that's where there may be some disconnect. So at the end of the day, they're measured by it, they're held accountable for it, and they're trying their best to minimize those differences.
If the quarry managers are responsible for write-offs, I'm assuming their managers must be too, right? So it must just roll up to a regional level. And then obviously the executives of the company, if there were a big enough financial adjustment that made it all the way to them, that would be a really bad thing, right? One story I heard, literally I've heard of adjustments $200, $300 million for a global corporation. Now, it happened one freak time out of 10 years, but it's happened, right? And that's happened when every site sort of had the dominoes fall in the wrong direction. And it's made it all the way up to where I've sat with a CFO, described, they had to sit with the CEO and prepare a statement to the board to say why all year long. They said that their numbers were looking good, their productivity was here, and then when they adjusted everything for that financial, it put them right below the thresholds.
Even for a global company doing that kind of volume, taking a hit like that is going to get the attention of everybody from top to bottom. And they're going to want answers, and some of the answers they may like, some of them they may not.
I can imagine if I was that CEO or CFO, I wouldn't want to have to explain to my board or on an investor call why we can't manage our own assets.
Those shareholders invest in acquiring that asset, processing that asset, generating several different assets out of it. That's money. And they want to know, I invested in this for that much material, where is it at? That's a question that's not easy to answer.